You had 2 wins now after 3.5 years out.
Yeah.
Is Briggs really a big enough challenge for you next time out? Or
I hope so.
Stepping up on
I hope Shannon Briggs is a big enough task. He makes big enough noise. He's ranked higher than I am. He's he's on a winning streak. I'm not sure how he looked tonight. He looked quite explosive. I'm not sure what the caliber of the guy was who Dimitrenko pulled out, so he got someone in last minute. He does what he normally does, throws big shots, but I don't believe I'll get hit by his punches. But it'd be a big fight. It'd be a huge fight, and walking down the street, more people are actually saying to me, fight Shannon Briggs, because he's in the press, he's in the papers, he's going to fight, screaming and shouting. And all of the world champions, all of the big names, as you say, are busy. They've got big fights coming up, and myself and Shannon, we don't. So I think we should fight each other, and then the winner of that then starts looking at world titles. Hopefully by the time myself and Shannon Briggs fight, the heavyweight landscape, we'll know who would have won out of Tyson Fury and Klitschko. Deontay Wilder will know what happens with that situation with Povetkin, and Joshua would have beaten, I believe, Brazil, and probably looking at having another fight in November. Whether that's me, whether that's someone else, I don't know. But I can just focus on Shannon Briggs. That's a fight that the fans want to see, and I'm excited about that. I'm looking forward to it.
Would you be hopeful maybe December then? It'll be
possibly. Listen, possibly if the opportunity arises, I'd take it with both hands. I'm in boxing for the big fights, and at the moment, other than the champions, other than fighting for the heavyweight championship of the world, I can't think of a bigger fight than myself and Shannon Briggs.
Sorry, David, when's that likely for?
As far as I'm aware, I'll be ready to fight in September. I'll be ready to fight in September. I don't think I need to drag it out. I've really wanted to fight 3 times this year, 2016. That hasn't happened for many, many years. I've been very inactive with my career, so I really wanted. Shane's a big advocate for fighting regular, going back, not taking too much time off between after fights, and just keeping it moving, keeping it rolling, because we're progressing from one camp to the other. In the past, I'd have a training camp, I'd have a great training camp, I'd then degenerate and have 6 months off, then have to start all over again. I was never moving forward, it was just getting fit to fight, getting out of shape, getting fit to fight. Now it's just continuously getting better. 2 weeks I had off.
Be the same this time.
Yeah, there's no reason for me to take much more time.
Maybe 3 weeks of trying to give my arms a rest.
Yeah.
David, you said obviously the crowd were happy tonight. I've heard that a few people weren't. Is that just a case of you can't please everyone?
Yeah, if it went 12 rounds, people say it'd be boring. If it went 1 round, it's not long. 5 rounds, they'd expected me to get it over done with a couple of rounds. We'd never lost before, so to knock him out in 2 rounds. But if I fought, when I fought for the European title, I knocked him out in 45 seconds. Mike Tyson made a career of knocking people out early. People never really complained, because they expect that from Mike Tyson. You expect from a big knockout specialist. I've knocked out 26 now of my opponents. 26 of my 28 victories have been by knockout. So they call me a haymaker for a reason. And if you want a 12 round or 10 round jab fest, don't come and watch me fight. If you want exciting and knockouts, come and see me.
How tempted were you to watch the Briggs fight live?
I wasn't tempted at all, to be honest. I completely forgot it was actually happening. I was just focused on the job in hand, wrapping up my hands, focusing on my job with the Cobra. Someone came as I was walking out. Someone said Briggs won. So I thought, oh, nice, good stuff. Because he's I didn't know. I haven't seen much of him in the last few years. All I've seen him is talking. I didn't know how he looked. Some said, yeah, he looked pretty spectacular, knocked somebody out. I was like, oh, good for him. You won't be able to do that to me in September.
He's obviously hugely popular.
Yeah.
What have you made of that whole situation in the last maybe 6 months over here?
I used to find it hilarious when he was chasing Vladimir Klitschko around. It was really funny. I used to watch it on YouTube, just cracking up. Then he was doing it to Deontay Wilder. I thought it was really funny. I was like, this guy's hilarious, just chasing these guys around. Then he started doing it to me, and it really wasn't funny at all. He was like, oh, here we go. He's not going to start banging on the gym door, knocking on family members' doors. People telling me, oh yeah, this guy's finding you. He's going to come here. I'm like, oh, okay, I'll have to fight this guy now. And people just kept coming up to me, oh, fight this guy, who's that guy? But a lot of people hadn't seen him before. A lot of new fans like, who's this guy? So I ended up putting him in YouTube and saying, oh, okay, the guy can fight a bit. Former heavyweight champion, a bit old, but yeah, shut him up. He's here to. He looks in good shape. punches hard. Let's get it on.
What family members doors did he knock on?
I think he turned up at my uncle's house. Turned up at my uncle's
Do you know
house.
each?
I don't know. I've got no clue. Turned up Uncle Randy's house.
What did your uncle say about it?
Well, no, he was just like, no, he's not here, mate.
What did he say to you?
Yeah, he
about
just
it?
said, that nutcase turned up, banging on the door, screaming, let's go champ.
Staying in Birmingham, isn't it?
Yeah, he was actually staying in Bermondsey. He was staying on Long Lane, where I grew up.
What is it about other heavyweights stalking you? Because Derek Chisora was stalking
Yeah,
you for a
yeah,
while.
I don't know. I think they want the big fight, and I think they can genuinely beat me as well. I don't know why. Obviously, they don't really watch my highlight reel, but it's a fight that people want to see. You know, if people want it, I'll give it to them. You know, the two people they say is Shannon Briggs and Anthony Joshua. They're the two people that people say on a daily basis. Oh, when are you going to fight him? When are you going to fight him? Anthony Joshua's promoter, Eddie Hearn, said that he'd be looking at me next year. I get that, it's fine by me. I can take care of Shannon Briggs this year, has been looked at next year. You know, he says I don't have anything currently. He's right, I don't have the title. He's the one with the title at the moment. So let me just focus. Hopefully I can somehow, maybe I can rustle up a belt somewhere, you never know. You never know what opportunities may arise, but you know, I'm just focusing on this year, getting Shannon Briggs out of the way. That'd be a huge fight. You know, once we start, I'm not going to start getting each other's faces, but you're going to need to get some security. Because I can see that one getting a bit messy. To be honest.
Could you see that getting to the levels of you and Derek again? Then, if
If
it's not kept under control?
normally it's kind of okay, but he's a bit mad. I genuinely think he's got a screw loose. I think he's got something wrong with him, and he somehow passed his medical, passed his brain scan. Don't know how, but he's been passed the fight, and so he's good to go.
But if you've said before that you wouldn't really like to be drawn into a press conference melee again.
Yeah.
But are there moments with him where it could kick off because he is?
I wouldn't punch him in a press conference because I've made that mistake before. You know, a few years back, and learned from my mistakes. I think you might need a cage between us, to be honest, because it wouldn't be. I think he's a bit grabby. So he's flicked my hair a couple of times, which I was okay with that. I don't like people get invaded my space, and he kind of got a habit of doing that. So it'd be interesting. And he'll come to fight. He ain't going to run away from me, and it's going to be a great fight. He's got a solid chin. He's a decent boxer. So yeah, it's a fight that I'll be excited for.
Well, people are going to keep asking what's going to happen after Shannon, because they're going to say,
I don't know at the moment.
Top 10 opponent,
Yeah.
then, aren't they?
Shannon Briggs is ranked number 6 by the WBA, I think. Is he 6?
6 or 8.
What's he ranked? Anyone? Someone Google it. I think last time I looked, he was 6. I'm like 6, so he's ranked higher than I am. So he's ranked. I'm not ranked 6 in any of the bodies, I believe. So okay, that's the top 10 fighter. So once I've got him out of the way, then I can just keep looking and seeing what's going on. But yeah, it's very exciting times ahead. But no need me focusing too much on 2017 before I've got this lump out of the way. Because if I leave my chin hanging out there, and he winds up on them big stupid hooks, you know, it wouldn't feel nice.
David,
Put it that way.
do you know where Nick Blackwell was tonight?
7.
No, I haven't seen him tonight. Was he around?
He said he was going to
7, you're
commentate,
6 with WBA.
Pardon?
You're 6 with WBA.
He's 7.
7. Okay, yeah, cool. So both. Oh, nice. Yeah. No, I didn't see
Yeah.
him. I've literally just gone from the change room to here to there.